But why don't we go ahead real quick? I want to get everybody's. We won't have to go in depth with this, but I do want to talk about quickly the Super Bowl and get everybody's prediction of what they think is going to happen. So let's just take a minute or so. We'll start with Delilah up in the corner. Delilah, Chiefs, Eagles. What do you know? Who do you got? What do you say?
I got Kansas City and Mr. Mahomes getting his second Super Bowl ring in this. Not because I hate the Eagles. I just have more confidence in Kansas City and Mr. Magician Mahomes because I still don't understand what else this man has to prove himself as an elite quarterback. He has done so much. In my opinion, like I've said multiple times, I think he's better this year than he's had when he had the crutch Mr. Cheetah. Because it made him better. It did. It made him a better quarterback. He had to go to people that people don't know. We might know a few of them, and I get it. Nate, you know the whole team, and I love that. I don't hate on that. But a lot of people don't know all the other players on the team except for Kadarius, right? You know what I mean?
Sure.
I give a lot of props to Mahomes. I think the fact that he did that 180 spin mill that he did a few weeks ago and got the touchdown anyway, and the fact that he was hobbling and still got the touchdown, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he should be talked about in elite circles, in my opinion. I think he's proven himself multiple times that he can do it. I don't know how many other AFC championship games he needs to go to. I don't know how many other playoff wins he needs because he's got plenty of playoffs wins. He's gone to the playoffs multiple times. He's been to the AFC championships multiple times. I don't know what else this man has to do to prove himself. There's things I can't say, but I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Of why.
Well, I did see a stat.
Of why he's judged a lot harsher than other quarterbacks.
Well,
but
that's
not this kind of show, so we're not getting into that. But I do think that he deserves to have that conversation, and so I think he'll get it done. And no hate on Jalen Hurts because I'm not a hater of him or the Eagles.
Not at all.
But I just think that Kansas City's going to get the win.
All right, Handy, Kansas City, Philadelphia. What do you say?
Well, like I said, Jalen Hurts seems to be a very level-headed young man. He even in a game when it was obvious that they were overpowering San Francisco, he didn't let it get him amped up or cause him. Sometimes when you're running away with the game, you see a quarterback that will get amped up or get overamped or get overexcited, get ahead of themselves, and then they start making mistakes. He kept everything healed. They kept the play calling right about where they needed to do. They really didn't have to. Well, he only threw 400-something yards. He didn't have to. They were winning, and it was obvious San Francisco wasn't coming back. I think Philadelphia is going to make a good show of this. But again, like Delilah said, you got the master magician. Nothing up my sleeve. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if Patrick Mahomes did like the Motown 25 and put on the sparkly sequin glove and did like Michael Jackson and walked through the end zone a couple of times. I see Kansas City pulling. I do. I see Kansas City being the one pulling the rabbit out of the hat this go around.
Well,
I say rabbit out of a hat like they don't have a chance.
Right. No, I know what you're saying.
I seriously think Kansas City's gonna, Patrick Mahomes is gonna get his second. He's gonna get his second Lombardi. He's gonna get his second ring, and then 4 or 5 years down the road, there's gonna be another picture of Patrick Mahomes with his wife draped all over him, holding his face while he looks like this. And,
all righty then. Yeah, silly rabbit tricks are for kids. That's what I say. Tina, what? That's right. Hey, Bullwinkle, not again. But Tina, we'll go ahead and get another hit. That's right. Tina, what do you say about the Super Bowl this year? What do you think?
I'm going to be rooting for the Eagles, but I think Kansas City's going to win at the end. And the reason I say that is because now Mahomes is going to have 2 more weeks to heal from that high ankle sprain. He's going to be even more mobile. And
very true.
Let's just be honest. Eagles played in a phenomenal game, but they did not play Kansas City at full strength. So like I said, I'm rooting for the Eagles only because I have to. I mean, personally, I would like to see the scene from Batman where the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium blows up and both teams are gone.
Wow.
If I have to choose.
Alrighty then.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Birthday. Well, we know how Tina feels about this situation already.
I'm not about my opinions, so.
No, not at all. And I'm grateful for that. Really, I want your opinions. That's why I asked. Kyle,
Kansas City's going to win.
Yeah. No, I hear you, Mr. Engagement. What do you got?
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a close game, to be quite honest with you. I'm predicting maybe like somewhere like around like a 31-27 final is what I'm kind of thinking. And I'm thinking we'll see Jerick McKinnon probably run one in also.
Now making prop bets now, are you? Nice.
Well, the guy's having a for sure. But the one thing that I will say is, like, even though he's had a crazy season with Jalen Hurts, once you get to the Super Bowl, being a rookie, it's a very, very, very different game. Very different game. So Patrick Mahomes has been here. He's been here a couple times now, right? He knows how to control the game. And Andy Reid also has been here many times. So honestly, the experience that's behind everybody on KC, this is, in my opinion, as weird as it sounds, I think this is KC's game to lose. Honestly.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think it'll be close. I don't think it's going to be a blow up by any means, but I do think Kansas City runs away with this one.
Okay, very good. And Mr. Loosemore, what do you say, my friend?
I'm alone on this one. I'm thinking Philly. I think that Philly's the most complete team in football right now. We've talked about Miles Sanders. We talked about Devonta Smith. We haven't talked about A.J. Brown yet. You got Dallas Goedert. You got the best offensive line in football. That defensive line is playing out of their minds right now. When you've got Sue and Linval Joseph, two starting D tackles on a lot of teams as your rotational pass rushers. Slay and James Bradbury are playing out of their minds right now. Like, to me, this Eagles team, while they didn't play a full-strength San Francisco team, this team has been clicking on all cylinders all year. So I think this is one where I don't necessarily think it's going to come down to the quarterbacks here. I think it's going to come down to what's around the quarterbacks. And to me, especially if Snead's still out, we don't know with that head injury if he's going to be playing or not. I think A.J. Brown could have a day in this one. So I'm going to take the Eagles. I'll go 30-27. I think it's still very close.
Well, I want to let you know, Alex, you're not alone. Real quickly, I'll give my opinion on this. I've said all year, and you guys can go back and look at me. Don't listen to Elias exactly. So was I. Don't worry about it, Alex. I was 0-2 last week as well. But I mean, I've criticized Philly a lot this year with just straight the schedule, yada yada. They could be had at any moment. I always thought, but looking at, like you said, what they've done in the last half of the season and the momentum coming into the playoffs and the way everything has gone down. I've always been a big proponent of defense wins championships. And I got to imagine that, like you said, both of their lines alone are like just out of this world. Their offensive line is great. To me, there's really not a better center in the league than Travis, than Jason Kelce. Honestly, that guy, if you watch tape from last game, he was all over. I mean, that guy was just phenomenal. And he is. That line is one of the best. And so is that D. Like you said, when Ndamukong Suh is one of your rotation guys because he doesn't even start. And that shows you how good and how deep this team is. And I think that's what it's going to come down to, honestly. Like I'm picking the Eagles, I think, more because of the defense. I think the offenses are both very good, obviously. We know what Jalen has. We know what Patrick has. But I think the defense is what determines this football game. And I just think the Eagles have a better defense than the Chiefs do. And if it gets into the shootout, which it could, again, just because of the offenses you have, I think the defense is what in the end gets this. So I'm picking the Eagles as well in a very close game as well, like you are. So I'm going with the NFC on this one.
4-2.
So if Alex and I both lose, then we do, right? If we both lose, then we do. We're going down fighting, baby. No.
It's not a clean sweep, so that's good.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.